Hello, I am going to be talking about my DeepRacer car, about basically the training and evaluation that I did for the individual submission race. So the steps that I'm going to be talking about later is my strategy. I'm going to describe the environment. I'm going to talk about the hyperparameters, the reward function, the graph, the reward graph, and evaluation results. And finally, I'm just going to show you a screen recording of the training. So basically, my strategy was to improve the reward function by increasing the reward when the car would stay on track and when it would have a close distance to the center. And then probably the main thing that I did was to increase the reward when the car would have a fast speed, meaning when it would go more than 80% or even 90% the speed, which would help a lot in the race. The environment that I used is just the reInvent track, because that is the one we are going to be using for competing. So I trained about 4 models with different hyperparameters but the same reward function, and then the best model turned out to be the one with this configuration. And then I chose this one, copied everything, and then I trained it for longer. So basically I realized that it's better to have a smaller gradient descent batch size because the model trains faster. It gets more repetitions in less time, meaning that it learns more. This is my reward function. This is a little bit of what I was explaining, where I give it more reward if the distance from center was shorter, and also starting on line 26 I talk about the speed. And this is the reward graph, so it turns out I didn't need to train it for 2 hours. I just did. But yeah, after about 1 hour and a half, it was enough because it would complete 100% of the track after that every time. And then here are the evaluation results. So basically my car is approximately taking about 18.8 seconds, 6 in average, to complete 1 lap. That puts my calculations that I'll complete 3 laps in about 55 seconds, which is pretty good for the race. So I'm hoping to do great. And then finally, I can show you here a little bit of the screen recording. This is my car during evaluation. So you can see how it completes the curves very well. It goes through the fastest path, but it wiggles a little bit trying to stay in the middle, so I would improve that if I could later. Overall, also look at the speed. It's keeping really good speed overall. It's trying to do at least 80%. The maximum is 1 meter per second, and it goes even a little bit more just to try to get that reward. And that is the end of my presentation. So thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to be competing in the in-person race at KU very soon.